What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
아 궁금해.
Well. I
설마
must say,
여왕족이라는
even
거였나?
I did not expect this. This time you will see to our Duquesa.
맞네.
It seems we underestimated Siana rather grossly.
Judging by this, Detloff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her
목을
neck.
먼저 부러뜨려야 한다.
Puzzling.
Duchess was to be Detloff's last victim. Siana planned it from the start.
Indeed. The logical conclusion, Geralt.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victims' links to Siana, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one, leaving the Duchess for last.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have questioned the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sins. She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions, ample proof of a lack of compassion.
Why would Siana murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From an inborn penchant for evil?
Yes, and yes. All seem likely, and none are mutually exclusive. But if you'd like to know for certain, you could always ask her yourself.
동기를 알고 싶군.
Actually, love to learn her motives.
Praiseworthy, I suppose. Sometimes one should stare evil in the face.
Seems a bit strong, no?
She used my friend as her tool for killing. I believe I've every right to condemn her. But I support your lust for the truth.
레지스는 친구 죽였는데 지금.
Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Siana locked up.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects from a criminal. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. I'd need to get past some guards to see her.
같이 갈 텐가?
Coming with?
Of course not. I shall await you at Mare La Chaise-Longue. I'll not risk entering the palace after Detloff and his minions rampage. Besides, I vastly prefer the company of a simple mug of mandrake brew to that of the Duchess's vile sister.
가면 죽일까봐 그런가 봐.
So, said straight up, it means you're going off to get drunk because you hate Siana.
I've never been fond of categorical statements of that kind. I
폭발할까봐.
admit I could not vouch for my behavior in her presence. She treated Detloff cruelly, caused his death in the end, and now this? Atop all that? No, Geralt. I will not go with you. I will await you at the cemetery.
시아나와 대화하자.
Let me live.
Du monster!
바스티안, 보클레오.
Mamas and papas.
밝어. 과연 뭔 얘기를 할래나? 아, 지하로 내려가야 되네. 으아!
Halt!
Need to see Siana, urgently.
In the matter of?
Need to interrogate her. New facts have come to light. Need them explained. Seems she was planning
이걸
your
믿겠어?
Duquesse's
안
assassination.
믿지.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher
뭐
who
한다고?
solved the murders, no?
깨어있는
Then you've my permission,
경비병이군.
but only for a few minutes.
Promise to be brief.
Witcher will speak with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.
이제 쟤도 제 나름대로의
Hey,
사연이
Sienna.
있을 거야.
Sorry to intrude, but I gotta ask you something.
I've nothing to say to you. You're the one who put me in here. Have you forgotten?
Sure, but you are here. So what's the harm in talking? Got something better to do?
What do you want? Be brief.
Went
거지를
to a place where
만났어.
Beauclair's beggars congregate. Found proof that you'd planned your sister's demise. Anna Henrietta. She was Deadloff's ultimate target from the start. Your target.
Bravo, Witcher. I congratulate you on your deductive reasoning skills. But what I'd planned has nothing to do with you.
Wrong. Has everything to do with me.
You were hired to kill the beast. Said beast is dead. So go collect your metal and leave me alone. Why must you meddle in everything?
야, 씨. 그래도 야수라고 얘기하냐?
Regis. He's always saying Deadloff was more animal-like, less human than him. Might have been so. Deadloff acted on reflex, was driven by primordial instincts, whereas you're driven by cruelty, hatred, and a lust for vengeance. They hired me to kill the beast, true. Thing is, something tells me the real beast is you.
You've no notion who I am or what drives me.
그럼 얘기해 보시든가.
Actually came hoping to learn something. It's clear you were out for vengeance. Against those who drove you from the palace? Curse of the Black Sun. That was their reason, right?
It's certainly what they claimed. They said I was dangerous. A mutant. Knights, Crespi, Dulac, Delacroix, and Peyrac Peyron. They got the task of whisking me away, abandoning me
그 죽은
outside
네
the
명.
duchy's borders.
They were following orders.
So they were, though they did so eagerly. Especially when I tried to flee. Crespi beat me unconscious with a whip. The others stood by and watched. Peyron found ample opportunity to take his frustrations out on me, while Dulac and Delacroix insulted me, mocked me. I swore then I would never forget. I would find them,
조커가
find
돼버렸어.
them all.
그건 변명이 될 수 없어.
Didn't have it easy, give you that much.
사연 없는 사람이
Still
어디
no
있어?
excuse for what you did.
I didn't expect you to understand. I need no sympathy. Not from you, not from anyone. I regret nothing. If I could turn back time, I'd not decide otherwise at any juncture. They all deserve to be punished.
동생은 또
My
왜?
sister most of all.
Enough. Your visit's done.
Ah, thank the stars.
물론 자기가 원하지 않는 삶이었긴 하지만 그래도 저건 아니지.
Commander de la Tour would like to see you. Shall we go at once?
Let's go. Want to see him too.
진짜 디텔라프만 제일 불쌍해.
Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
뭘 축하하는 거죠?
Got some important information. Anna Henrietta was supposed to be Detloff and Sienna's fifth victim.
You are certain of this?
Completely. Found proof.
Inconceivable. How could she? The murders, the mayhem she brought down on the city, were they not enough? She sought to strike down her own sister, her liege. Traitor.
뱀파이어 몰아낸
I must alert my
축하연이겠지.
men. Enlarge the Duchess's honor guard. Make certain Sylvia Anna is closely watched during the questioning. I'll see to it personally. I thank you, Witcher, for alerting me, and I appreciate your attentiveness.
얼굴에 저거 상처
Let's
생겼어.
begin the ceremony.
손톱에 긁혀갖고.
Come with me. The Duchess awaits. In the Guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the
여기
end of
기억난다.
us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness.
진짜 뒤에 배경 쩐다.
Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order
훈장까지요?
of Vitis Vinifera, Tucson's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of the beast of Beauclair, step forward.
굳이 이런
We
것까지 안
bestow
쉬어도
the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire. May this symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair. In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I
5,000원
have a surprise for
많이
you.
주기는 역시 국가
I
단위로
give you more than a
의뢰라.
dozen barrels of Sonreal, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table.
어우 샹그레알
The
한
gustatory
박스.
experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
여기서 이거 찬물을 확 끼얹으면 아이씨. 아니야 이거 해야 돼. 1회차 때 안 했어.
I am, and truly grateful, Your Grace. Sadly, I'm afraid I have to sour the mood. It's Sienna. She plotted to have you killed, Duchess. Planned to use Dettlaff. You were to be the beast's fifth victim.
This cannot be true.
끝까지 안 믿으려고 그래.
You're mistaken. You must be.
I have proof.
진실을 얘기해야지. 디트라프까지 죽였는데
I do not believe it.
또 보이는 것만 믿으려고. 아유.
In a moment I shall speak to Sienna. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet what you tell me now I find devastating. I've come to doubt that I can judge her fairly. I'd far prefer to learn you're mistaken, Geralt.
I'm not. In fact, I'd recommend you be particularly careful around her.
You exaggerate, Witcher. She is my sister. I know well how to speak to her.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently
여기
ravaged the
축하연
fair city
아니었어?
of Beauclair.
갑자기 신문이야.
Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in.
왔다. 아 뒤에 3박 이러고 씨. 저기 딱 스키 타면 좋겠네.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
짝다리 짚지 마라.
The Duchess
똑바로
requested
살아,
I be
똑바로.
present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister. And my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Nor does it let me believe you sought my demise. My heart yearns to know you were swayed by the monster Detlef. You yourself would never stoop so low. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me. As one impartial, I shall now hear what he has to say.
뭐지? 공국의 안녕. 둘 다 처벌 아니야? 뭐가 다른 거지? 다른 게 없네. 아래는 뭐야? 이거는 살리는 건가? 사면은 안 해. 저기 이거
No
벌
matter
받아야
the
돼.
mitigating circumstances, whatever they may be,
범죄자야.
Sienna is a criminal and
몇
should
명이
be
죽었는데
tried
지금
as such
쟤 때문에.
and punished as such. Her guilt is clear.
Your words sadden me greatly, Witcher.
아, 그만 안
I
해주길 바랬나
cannot
보다.
deny their logic. Sienna, you shall be tried and given a fitting punishment. Yet we shall never cease to be family. As Duchess, I shall have to judge you. But as your sister, I shall never stop loving you.
가지마. 뭔가 수상해.
Will you forgive me?
뭐 잠깐만.
I shall never forgive you.
Bad. 아니야. 난 내 선택을 후회하지 않아. 시아나는 벌 받아야 돼. 살려서 여왕을 살린다는 것도 웃겨. 그러면 살려주라고? 이 1회차 때는 해피엔딩이었는데 다 살고.
Need some flowers, a wreath, or
칙칙해졌냐 동네가.
Sold everything. I was just
인생
on my way
망했어.
out. No sense hanging about with nothing to do. Should come as no shock, sir. Had the funeral. Folk took it all. Men, women, children. All wished to lay a bouquet on the Duchess's grave. Windflowers, peonies, gladioli. But she liked common roses best. I know. Her ladies-in-waiting would come here at times. I'd choose the loveliest blooms for her. Fragrant, big petals, the kind that last a long time. I've still not come to terms with it. To be killed by her own sister. How could it happen?
no one suspected Sianna'd be merciless. Not Damien, not me. Least of all the Duchess.
I know you. You're that witcher from the north. The one that saved us from the
그래도
beast.
구해준 분으로 안 해.
Could say that.
Wait here. Take these.
Thought you were out of flowers.
I put a bouquet aside. I was to take it to her myself. But you have it. I know you held the Duchess dear.
How much do I owe you?
Not a
공짜.
copper. Keep your coin and raise a toast in her memory tonight.
Do just that. Farewell.
어우, 동상 엄청 크네. 울지마! 울지마!
Why, Snow White! You with the exquisite hair!
어, 이 쾌가 있네.
Snow White!
Name's Garrett.
That hair!
Something you actually want?
I admire, good sir.
If you're trying to get
An evening.
portrait?
Indeed.
내
Yours.
초상화?
Pose for me. You.
Don't see why.
It shan't. A purr.
Let's go then.
I need only fetch my. We shall meet at noon.
왜 초상화캐가 있어? 늙은 위쳐의 초상. 제목 뭐야 저거?
Looking to fall ill.
제목이 마음에 안 들어.
Summons from the north.
아이 뭐야?
Witcher, I was certain you'd departed.
Couldn't. Anna Henrietta was.
Wondrous. Beautiful. Good. The best ruler one could hope to have. Yet I let her down.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one expected Sienna to do that, persist to the end. And none of us did anything to stop her. 'Cause there was nothing we could do.
I suppose you are right. But when someone so beloved dies, one cannot help but search one's soul for blame. And even the hardiest knights grow faint-hearted then.
Come to pay my respects. Bid the Duchess farewell.
White roses. They were her favorite. Go inside then. She lies in the ducal crypt. In one room with her murderer.
아, 같은 방 안에?
Despite my protests.
What? Who decided that?
The Regent's Council.
섭정.
A pack of old men who've statutes and codices for hearts. Ducal blood flowed in Sienna's veins.
죽인 사람
and she
옆에
was
같이
never
누워.
legally disinherited.
아무리 뭐 죽었다고 해도.
So they ruled she should lie alongside Henrietta.
어이가 없네. 그러면 법이 문제지. 양쪽 묘에
I regret it ended this way. That I failed to prevent it. Hope you can forgive me. Rest in peace.
누가 왔는데? 레지스? 레지스는 그래도
Stylish crypt.
좀 좋아할래나?
Subdued.
시아나 죽어서.
Yes, this is the kind of eternal resting place I dream of.
Moments like this, I never know if you're joking or serious.
Serious, Geralt, serious. It's remarkably peaceful, subtly charming to the hilt. A perfect match for the Duchess's dignity. Ah, you humans, you'll never cease to amaze me. To feel despair in the face of natural processes to which you are predestined. I've come to take you from this place, my friend. Dare say you deserve a speck of respite after the mad whirl of the last few days.
All those deaths I failed to
아,
prevent.
여기구나.
Feel pretty awful right about
여기
now.
엔딩은 똑같네.
Can't help thinking I could have done more.
마지막에
Now
레지스랑 대화하는.
Toussaint's left without a ruler, or more accurately, chaos rules here. Hand in hand with despair.
이제 닐프가드에서 섭정을 보내겠지. 거기
Although Claire
속국이니까
now weeps for
투생이.
her.
A mass outburst of emotion.
에미르가 보내겠지.
Well,
뭐.
it seems her subjects have adopted some of their recent ruler's traits.
에미르가 알면
Why the
개빡치겠는데?
sarcasm?
CD 위처로
Thought
만들었지.
you liked Donna Henrietta.
자기 사촌
I did.
죽었지.
And I do truly rue her passing.
가는 데마다 자기
Me too.
핏줄들 다 자르고 다니는.
Then let us drink.
Whatever you say about Siona, you gotta admit, she was unbending.
That she was. I do admit it. Though, in her case, it would have been better if she had been a tad more philosophical, pausing from time to time to reflect on the propriety of her actions.
True.
근데 블러드 앤 와인이
How do
진짜
you find my
괜찮은 뱀파이어
personal
스토리야.
brew? Not too strong.
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diabolus variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavor profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a
맨드레이크가
mask.
독이 많아가지고.
Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
This light makes me oh so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about.
어디 있습니까? 여기 있습니까?
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire after all.
Regis!
어디 갔어 이거?
Damn it, where'd you go?
Regis!
뭐지?
Raise your hand against the vampire!
와, 브룩사가 몇 마리야? 아, 맞아. 파문당했지. 디틀라프 죽여갖고
They called you a
파문
traitor.
당했잖아.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally.
그러니까 진짜
regardless of the
시아나가 나쁜
circumstances,
사람이라니까.
or
이게 뭐야?
let it
레지스도
go,
이상한
will they?
저기 뭐야 도망자 되고 디틀라프
they will
죽고.
not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink.
밤새도록 마셨네. 이제 이거 끝나고 집에 돌아가는 게 마지막 일 텐데 좀 씁쓸하겠다.
Firm, defined beginning, then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home, on the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
정착할 생각이야. 이제
You
늙어야지.
know what? Think I just might. Come on now, don't laugh. Maybe not today or tomorrow. But one day I'll want to see what it's like to just wake up every day in my own bed.
Oh, stop, please. Sounds so sentimental, my fangs have begun to hurt. Then what? Will you begin writing your memoirs like Dandelion? I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. That first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. I so don't feel like going
진짜 아쉬운가
anywhere.
보다. 아,
Sit here a while longer.
레지스 보내는 것도 너무 아쉬운가 봐.
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
어딜 보세요? 이제 집에 가야 돼. 집에 가면
Actually, I'd love to go home.
이렇게 멀어. 집으로 가자. 홈 스위트 홈. CD는 와 있겠지? CD는 와 있을 것 같고 예니퍼가 이제 와 있어야 되는데 뭐야 와 있을지 모르겠네요.
Slow now. Whoa.
CD 안 온다고? 1회차 했을 때는 CD 왔었는데. 아 시끄러워. 1회차 때 황제 엔딩 시켜줘가지고 실이 왔었는데. 아 진짜. 그래도 시리가 오니까 좀 좋더라. 걔라도 와주니까. 과연
Master Witcher, some
모르는
unknown
사람이
individual
왔어?
barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
옌. 침대에 있나? 어디 있는 거야?
Unexpected
Yen.
as ever.
그래, 마지막은 해피엔딩.
And beautiful as ever.
Won't you even ask why I've come? Or how I found you?
Wouldn't get a straight answer anyway.
Quite true.
Used to bother me, all your secrets. Now I know if you have something to tell me, you'll tell me. Don't need to ask.
I missed you, Geralt. Madly.
Madly.
Come outside. We can hold hands and stare at the sky, like some shitty two-crown romance.
하늘 좋고. 책을 많이 가져왔네.
Brought quite a few books. Let me guess. Working on a new spell?
Not at all. These aren't grimoires, just pleasure reading. The Name of the Orchid. A widower for half a year.
Always thought you too busy to make time for something as impractical as pleasure reading.
Because I was. But now I'm not.
이제 안 바빠?
A few weeks ago, I awoke to the realization that I know not what to do next. I have no plan. I have no goal. And you know what? I like that. Finally, I can stop thinking about politics and focus on what's important to me. Which is why I came here.
잘했어. 투생은 마음에 들어?
Liking Toussaint so far?
The landscape's lovely and the towns are charming, no question about that.
But
But the southern sun plays havoc with my wardrobe. To be blunt, wear black down here and
날이
you're
너무
pretty
좋아서.
damn hot.
might need to think about changing your color palette. Off-white and pea green, for instance.
And I'll wear scents distilled from
안 돼.
turnips and
라일락과
daisies.
구스베리는
I think I shall simply stay in the shade. And you'll bring me cool drinks. At regular intervals.
Bring you whatever you want.
시켜 먹을 생각인데? 집안일 안 하고?
You know, feels kind of strange having a home.
I must say I never pictured you owning real estate.
Was something of an accident, but I'm not about to complain. Yen, back then, before we fought the hunt, said you wanted to run away with me to the world's end. This
프로포즈인가?
vineyard. Good enough?
Yes, although there's one thing missing.
Namely,
I shall give you a hint. It's large,
유니콘!
white, has 4 legs, category taxidermy.
oh yeah.
그
유니콘.
필요해. 할 때 필요해.
Fine. You can bring it down here.
I knew you'd see things my way.
Ever thought this day would come? Me and you, peace and quiet. Bees buzzing, birds chirping.
I almost regret delaying so long before coming to you. I was quite the silly goose.
You have doubts? Though I imagine it might have been hard coming after me. Always were proud as a peacock.
Please, Geralt. I'm not like other sorceresses to feel that following someone means my wings have been clipped.
Ooh, watch what you say about your colleagues. Remember, it's an ill bird that fouls its own nest.
Well said, Witcher. You're not only handsome, but wise, too. I feel a bit like the cat that got the canary.
Yeah, and I'm... Damn it, you win. This time.
Ha!
How'd that start, anyway? Our duels and wordplay.
Forgotten. It was at a vernissage in Banard. You started it to keep from going mad with boredom. I remember finding your sense
진짜
of
둘이 잘
humor both
어울려.
grown-worthy
진짜 트리스보다는
and
예니퍼가 나아.
somehow endearing.
제 말 들으세요.
Never change, Geralt. I beg you.
잘 어울려 둘이.
So, talk again later?
Of course. I'm not going anywhere.